Good morning. Well, okay, it's afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey guys. So I just wanted to come on for a few minutes. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. I just wanted to come on and talk to you about a subject that I heard about today, and it really inspired me. So, my name is Fancy Maselli from IamButterflyBound.com, and I just wanted to share a message with you about the sum of your five people. I heard a message today from a friend of mine that's in the company that I'm with, and she was talking about this, and she also is a life coach. So I tried to listen to what she has to say, um, which is really funny because I'm going to tell you what, a couple months ago, hey, Carolyn, a couple months ago, I did not believe in life coaches. I didn't believe in self-development. I didn't believe in any of those things just a couple months ago. So, like 6 months ago, I would have laughed in your face and told you, oh, that's just hogwash, just total hogwash. Okay. So, when I tell you that I listen to people, you should listen to what I'm telling you about because I didn't used to believe in any of this. So, if I believe in it, it's probably pretty serious. So if you're joining me for the first time today, please drop a like or a comment. Drop a 1 down in the comments. Let me know that you're here so that I can reach out to you and say hello. If you're catching me on the replay, please hashtag replay so that I know that you've been here because I don't get to see those of who watches those. And if you're just here and you've seen me a couple of times, just say hello. Let me know that you've tuned in. I like to know who I'm talking to and who's here in my message. So all right, guys, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to take up a lot of time. It's going to be a short video today. But so how many times have you guys heard the saying, the sum of the five people that you surround yourself, the sum of the five people? It's in every single self-development book that I've ever read. Tony Robbins talks about it. Gary Vee talks about it. The sum of the five people, the sum of the five people, the sum of the five people, right? Well, I used to think, and this is how my friend thought too, and I didn't even realize I thought this way until I heard her talking about it, but was that we thought that the sum of the five people that we should be surrounding ourselves with should be like the most successful people and the people that make the biggest paychecks and that's true. You should surround yourself with more successful people. You should aspire to the people that you want to be. But what I'm really talking about is your core people, because that's what this is really about. What are the five people that you surround yourself with? Who are those five people and how are they impacting your life and how are you impacting their life? Because it's really important to know how they're impacting your life, but you really have to think about, am I impacting their life in a positive way? And a positive way doesn't always need to be, oh, I just love you so much. No, you can impact somebody's life with truth and love. And it doesn't mean that you're always, sweet and kind and caring, but when you talk to them and you tell them something, that needs to come from a place of truth. It needs to come from a place of, I truly love you and you have to hear this message, okay? Because I'm one of those people. Like, I've always been the friend that people call for advice, but not the advice that they just want to hear. I've always been the one that gives you the advice that maybe you didn't want to hear, but you know is true. Like, that's who I've always been. And so it's not, the five people that you surround yourself really is not about chasing successful people. Those would be your mentors. Those are different. But in the moment, when life is happening, when you're in the mud and nothing is going right and shit is just happening, because it happens, right? Like, we all go through, hey, Tori, that's one of my five right there. I love that woman. I love that woman so much. Okay. Anyway, I really love her. I don't get emotional all the time, but she and I have been through so much, and we have lifted each other, and we have tried to encourage each other and keep each other on a path of goodness and betterness. And that person right there, that is one of my core people. And I didn't realize it for a long time, but I do now. Now you got me all crying because you're on here, Tori. Dang it. I hope you didn't jump off because I wanted you to hear that. Anyway, but you need to have community, okay? You need to have people who lift you up, who tell you the things that maybe you don't want to hear. You need to have people who hold you accountable. You need to have people that tell you, okay, so yeah, that's pretty sucky. I hear it. I hear you. I know it's crap, but this is why you're here and this is how you get out. Okay, that's the 5 people you need to have in your life. Not 5 people that are going to blow sunshine and roses up your butt. Not 5 people who will sit in the misery with you and be, miserable and drive that miserable train. Because I used to be that person. I used to be the person who would sit in misery and I just relished in the misery. Hey, Tracy, I just relished in the misery. Like, I didn't even realize it, but I fed off of the misery. And now I sit in the misery, but I sit in a different way. I come at it in a different way. When I made this choice 6 months ago to take negativity out of my life, to fill my life with positivity, it didn't change my life in the sense of what was going on in my life. I was still broke. I was still having problems. I still have issues. I still have family issues. I still go through all those things. I still have struggles. It didn't mean that my struggles just, you're positive, so your struggles just go away. It didn't. But it changed how I deal with the struggles, how I look at the struggles, and what I'm doing to get myself out of the struggles. I have realized that no one is going to pull me up out of the struggles if I'm not willing to pull myself up out of the struggles. Okay? If I'm not willing to take myself out of the mud and the dirt and the nastiness of the day and pull myself up, no one else is going to either. But I also am trying to surround myself with 5 people that kick me in the butt and tell me, hey, get up off your butt and get out of the dirt. Get out of the mud. Let's go. We've got things to do. We've got people to talk to. We have accomplishments we need to do. And you were put on this earth. Each one of you was put on this earth for your own destiny. You have a purpose. You have a reason for being here. I don't know what it is. Maybe you don't know what it is yet, okay? But you have a purpose. I know what my purpose is. I really do. I didn't for a very long time, but I know that my purpose is to inspire other people through the journey that I've been on, through what I've been through, and where I'm going, okay? I've always been a person who could talk and inspire people. I didn't realize that that was my calling, whether it be through my acting or my writing or through my business or through coaching that I'm doing. I'm doing business coaching, all of those things. I didn't realize that that was my real calling. I just thought it was a thing I do. I just thought it was a part of me, but I didn't understand that that was my calling. My calling really is to inspire people, because that's why I don't write. When I write, I can't write just, I don't know. There's people out there that can write things like cheesy horror films and stuff. And I love those. Don't get me wrong. I love cheesy horror films. Okay. I can't write them. And the reason I can't write them is because that's not what my mind thinks. When I sit down and I write something, it's impactful. When I finish and I look at a script that I've put together, it's impactful. I never just write for the sake of writing. I write because I want to send a message. I want people to come away from something that they've watched that I've written and think, wow, I didn't think like that before. Or, man, that was a good message. I don't just write to have, flim flam out there. I don't. So I know that my calling is to inspire people in some way. So, and this isn't telling you that, and I think that that's really important. Okay, what you're giving to the people who are around you. So let me know who's in your core 4. Tell me who's in your core 4. Tag them, just put their name down there. Drop a number of how many people are in your core. Okay, let me know, because I'm just trying to figure out what people are doing. But it's more important for you to give to your people than for your people to give to you. And I'm going to tell you what, the more that you give out to people, the more that you inspire people, the more that you put into them, the more that you tell them in love and truth of what they really need to hear and not what they want to hear, and the more that you inspire people and lift people up and pull them out of the mud, the more you're going to feel good about yourself. The better you're going to feel, the more inspired you're going to be, the more it's going to cause you to want to do more things. It will change your life. It will change how you think about things. It will change how positive you are. I recently started going back to church. I had not been to church in 10 years at least, okay? Because I had found that a lot of the churches I was going to were very hypocritical, very hypocritical. In fact, my aunt is one of those very hypocritical people. So are my in-laws. Now, I don't talk about my in-laws very often because I just don't. But my aunt was one of those people that would tell you, hey, Patricia, would tell you, you know, all these things about God and what she'd heard. And, you know, in the sermon, Greg Laurie said this and blah, but she didn't practice those things. She was really kind of a selfish, nasty person. And when I was growing up, she was like my favorite aunt. Okay. I loved her very, very much. She was much younger than my mom. She was 6 years younger than my mom. So I really connected with her better than I connected with my mom. You know, obviously she was the young hip aunt. And growing up, I really, really loved that. But when it came down to it, when I became an adult, when I saw what she was like, stop, you're okay. Sorry, the mailman's here. When I saw what she was like as an adult, I realized she was a really pretty selfish person and she didn't care about the rest of the family. And I drove myself insane after I lost my mom, trying to figure out how to connect to this family, trying to be a part of a family that forever and ever and ever I just didn't fit with, okay? And maybe that's what you're doing with people. Maybe you're trying to fit with people that you just don't fit with. Maybe you're a square peg and trying to put yourself into a round hole. And you know what I encourage you to do? If there are people like that in your life, people that frustrate you all the time, that never have anything good to say, that constantly make you feel less of a person, get rid of them. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your aunt or your uncle or your cousin or your sister. If they are dragging you down, let them go. And that doesn't mean you can't ever talk to them, but I would suggest considerably lessening the amount of time that you talk to those people. I let my family go. After my mom passed away and we went through all of what we went through with my mom passing, I had to let my family go. And it took me a while to realize that that's what I needed to do, that they just were not the type of people to support and uplift me. And that was sad for me because I grew up in a family I thought was really close and they were not. They were not. They were not supportive of me. And they've always looked at me as a black sheep. You know, I am a type of person, I have pulled myself up by my bootstraps my whole life. I have never had anything handed to me. My dad left when I was 6. My mom was very sick. We did not have a lot of money. My grandparents helped out a lot. I didn't know it at the time, but they did. And when I graduated high school, I was offered a chance to go to Harvard, and I couldn't go because I couldn't afford it. Even with the scholarship that I was offered, I still couldn't afford everything else. So I couldn't go. And I didn't really want to go there. What I wanted to go was to Juilliard. And I knew that if I couldn't go to Harvard, I definitely couldn't afford Juilliard. So the mailman just came in. So I didn't get a college education when I first got out of high school. I went to the community college. I hated it and dropped out. I didn't get things handed to me in life, okay? I didn't have a mom who could buy me a car. I paid for all my own school's clothes. I paid for a lot of my own school supplies. I took care of myself from 13 on. And when I was 17 and I graduated high school, I left my mom's house and I began to take care of myself. And when I was a mom, I took care of my kids and I just did the best I could. Was I on welfare sometimes? Yes. Did I ask for help sometimes? Yes. But I've been working and taking care of a family and myself for a very long time. And I didn't get all the different things in life that were handed to my cousins. So I've been looked at as like this black sheep because I didn't do what my cousins did. I didn't finish college and I didn't get this huge career. Well, you know what? I honestly, this year, doing what I'm doing, I'm going to make more money this year than my cousin will make in 3. I will. I just will because I have the determination and because I know where I came from. He doesn't have struggles. He didn't know where he came from. He didn't do it. In fact, he went and drank and got 3 DUIs in 6 months. I've never had 3 DUIs in 6 months. I've never had a DUI. You know why? Because I didn't get everything handed to me. So I had to work really hard for what I was given. So I didn't go out and squander it away. I just kept working and I just kept working and I just kept working.
When you go to the dentist.
All right, well, I'm on live. Okay, but anyway, going back to I got a little bit off on the tangent because of my family and it just drives me crazy. Even now, it's just hard. It's just hard because there are times where I just would love to talk to my aunt and I can't because I had to remove her from my life. And I know what it's like to try and remove people from your life, guys. Like this year, I lost a best friend of 30 years. Okay? Because we spent time together this summer and we just realized we were not aligned. We were not together in the right spot. The reason we had been friends for so long was really because we hadn't spent a lot of time together. So that's, again, it shows you how impactful those 5 people, the 5 people are that you surround yourself with. Because when I surrounded myself with her, when I went out there and I surrounded myself with her, I felt really crappy all the time. And we were fighting all the time. And I was a person I didn't like being because she didn't inspire me to be a better person. The people around you need to inspire you to be a better person. And you need to inspire them to be better people. You can't sit in the misery with them and just be negative. You have got to be positive and pull yourself up and realize that there is abundance in you, that there is power in you, that there is a uniqueness and you need to be unapologetically you. And I have accepted that in the last year, that I am just me and I'm going to piss people off with things I say and I'm going to hurt people with things I say and I'm going to upset them with things I say. But you know what? A lot of those things all come from a place of truth and love and care. I may not tell you what you want to hear, but when I tell you something that you don't want to hear, it's not because I want to hurt you. It's because I want to help you. Because I want to inspire you to do better. I want to be that inspiration. And I'm sorry, it's gotten a little longer than what I wanted. But really, are the people in your life feeding you or are they pulling you down? Are you feeding the 5 people in your life or are you pulling them down? I've just, the thankfulness that I have for what I've done in this last 6 months and how it has changed me and how it has made me look at things is just, it's so different. And I know 100% know that I'm going to be successful because I've changed my mindset. I know that what I am putting out in the universe is coming back to me. And I'm the type of person that thought all of that was crazy. And this week on my blog, I wrote about having a dream building day. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of information about what I wrote about. It's something that I wrote about that I heard from my mentor, Tanya. And it's one thing to just put stuff up on your board, okay? And you look at it and you visualize it and you see it. And I believe in all of that full-heartedly. I didn't used to, but I do now, okay? I believe in the law of attraction and that whatever you put out, you attract back, okay? I totally believe in that. But this day, what I was talking about is that what if instead of just putting it on a board and looking at it every day, what if you actually went out and stood in front of that house that you want to buy? What if you went and you planned on your laptop, you went to your favorite, trip site and you planned the actual dream vacation? And I'm not just talking like, oh, I'm going to go. No, I mean like itinerary wise. I'm not just going to go to New York. What am I going to see when I go to New York? What am I going to eat when I go to New York? What am I going to do? Am I going to take a carriage ride? Do I want to do the Broadway tour? What Broadway shows do I want to see? I mean, literally get completely involved in planning and doing a day. Is it that you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, you want, Do you want to go drive the car that you want? What is your dream car? Go take a test drive. I don't care whether you can buy it today or not. You can still test drive it. You can. And you can tell that person, you know what? I will be back. I will be back. I know when I'm coming back. I know what I'm doing. All right. So that gives you just a little bit more of what I talked about over on my blog. But guys, really and truthfully, who are you surrounding yourself with? Because you are the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And that can either be a really good thing or that can be a really bad thing. So you need to figure out which one it is. All right. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I am super excited. Oh my God, I was able to give away tons and tons of free toothpaste today. Like totally free, legit free. So if you want your free toothpaste, let me know. But anyway, guys, have a blessed and wonderful, abundant and positive day. Bye.